Chapter number 6, Monumental Architecture.
Hello, children. Welcome back again to your SST class. This video is the continuation of your chapter Monumental Architecture. Next ruler was Aurangzeb. Architectural innovations they stopped under Aurangzeb. Most of his buildings they were just the copy of the earlier ones. He was lacking the sense of proportion and attention to detail. So, the characteristics and the features of the buildings which were constructed during the reign of Shah Jahan. The tomb of Rabia Durrani at Aurangabad is just a poor imitation of Taj Mahal, means it is a copy of Taj Mahal. The Badshahi Masjid at Lahore was also completed during Aurangzeb's reign. Next is the 18th century. There was a degeneration of architecture during this period. The most famous structure of this period is the tomb of Safdarganj in Delhi. This tomb was completed in 1753 and it is very much resembling to the tomb of Humayun. The independent kingdoms of this period they tried to follow the architectural traditions of the Mughals. The Nawabs of Lucknow also built many Imambaras. The Bada Imambara was built by Nawab Asaf ud-Daula in 1784. The Rumi Darwaza, the Chota Imambara are some of the important famous monuments in Lucknow. The Nawabs of Bengal built the Katra Masjid, Chowk Masjid. Savai Raja Jai Singh of Amber, he built astronomical observatories at Delhi, Jaipur, Mathura, Ujjain and Varanasi. The rulers of Mysore, they constructed Darya Daulat Palace, Gumbad Ala and Jami Masjid, etc. And now the last topic is Shah Jahan and his architecture. During the reign of Shah Jahan, there was a change in the style as well as the materials that were used. Shah Jahan was the perfectionist and he looked into the minute details of his constructions. Politically, the 30 years of his reign was a period of peace, which gave Shah Jahan an opportunity to pursue his interest in art and architecture. He had a great love for monuments. The monuments which were constructed by him are magnificent. He brought about a lot of changes in architecture. He gave more emphasis on uniformity and symmetry. Red sandstone that was popular during the reign of Akbar and Jahangir, they were replaced with white marble. And he also used extravagant and costly decorations like precious and semi-precious stones. This method of decoration was called Petra Dura. The interiors of his monuments they formed to begin an important part of his buildings, which were having multiple columns, curved roofs, big and small arches. The interiors were also decorated with floral motifs, calligraphic verses from Holy Quran. They were most of the time used in his monument. Next is the monuments constructed. The buildings of Shah Jahan include the tomb of Jahangir near Lahore and the tomb of Noor Jahan. He also constructed many mosques. Moti Masjid, which is also called Pearl Mosque, in Agra was completely built in white marble. The Jama Masjid in Delhi is the largest mosque in India. Its construction was completed in 1656. The well-balanced domes, decorated arches, tall minarets, huge balconies and small pavilions in these two mosques make them very striking and beautiful. Taj Mahal, which was the most famous monument constructed by Shah Jahan. He built it in the memory of his wife Mumtaz Mahal. This monument is as tall as a 20-story skyscraper. It took 22 years to build. Over 20,000 laborers worked on it day and night. The chief architects were Ustad Isa Khan Effendi of Shiraz and his pupil Ustad Ahmad Lahori. The entire structure is made of white marble. It has a huge pearl-shaped dome and 4 slender minarets. The tapering minarets they tilt away from the main body of the tomb so that in the event of an earthquake they do not fall on the tomb. The white marble was obtained from Makrana, which is in Rajasthan. The Taj is decorated with precious and semi-precious stones imported from other countries. Shah Jahan used the Petra Dura ornamentation to add beauty to this monument. The cenotaphs are covered with Petra Dura. Originally, the cenotaphs were enclosed by a gold railing, which was encrusted with pearls, rubies, and diamonds. However, the gold railing was later on replaced by the marble one. The Taj Mahal reflects the glory of Mughal architecture. The Red Fort. In the beginning of his reign, Shah Jahan ruled from Agra, but later on he shifted his capital to Delhi. He built the Red Fort here. It has the numerous beautiful structures like Diwan-e-Am, which is built of red sandstone. This was the place where the emperor held his public court. Diwan-e-Khas. Shah Jahan's famous peacock throne was kept here. Shah Burj. It was used by the emperor for Jharoka Darshan. So with this, we come to an end of the chapter. I hope you all have understood the chapter very well. Thank you. Have a great day.